Good evening and thanks for watching Times News with me, Layana Chunga. But first, the headlines. Livingstonia CCP Synod top blasts under pressure for allegedly meeting President Lazarus Chakwera secretly. Vice President Michael Usi tough on political interference in public institutions, including Immigration Department. In other news, malaria killed at least 1,600 people in the country last year alone. We have these and many other stories. Please do stay with us. In our top story, the Livingstonia Synod of the CCP has come under intense pressure from some of its church ministers for allegedly meddling a meeting with President Lazarus Chakwera secretly at Mzuzu State Lodge last week. However, the Synod's moderator, Reverend Ruben Msowoya, says the meeting with the president should not cause any panic as the church remains apolitical. From Mzuzu, Sam Kalimira is on the story.
Msowoya clarified that the church works with the government of the day in uplifting the lives of Malawians in different sectors of life. The clarification by the Synod comes following heavy criticism, particularly on social platforms, questioning the Synod's secret meeting with Chakwera and keeping the outcome under wraps. But speaking in an interview, Msowoya said the church is fed up with accusations that it is pro-government. Msowoya said their meeting with Chakwera was aimed at sharing with him challenges Christians under the church are facing, such as poor road network, hunger, and other stored projects in the northern region.
CCP Synod of Livingstonia is a church. It's not a party, it's a church. As a synod, we are mandated to work with the government of the day. Maybe I may say people may confuse because President Lazarus Chakwera belongs to MCP, then we're going there as MCP members. No. We were visiting the state president of this nation. So we are not MCP. We don't belong to any party. We are non-partisan.
He further clarified that if some church ministers met Chakwera without the Synod's leadership, it was on their personal capacity. Pictures Times has seen indicate that Chakwera had indeed a separate meeting with some ministers of the Synod. Missing in the side meeting were Synod moderator Msowoya, moderator-elect Reverend Jairus Kamisa, and Deputy General Secretary Reverend Isaiah Muhone. But in separate interviews, Kamisa and Muhone said they did not attend both meetings as they were preoccupied with other errands. This is the first time for Msowoya to speak out on the political accusations. Recently, CCP General Assembly moderator Reverend Bizwig Nkhoma spoke against the Synod's supporting parties, saying it has the potential to destroy the church. However, Mzuzu University-based political analyst Crispin Mpande said it will be difficult to control the problem because Synod leaders also have personal interest in political parties.
Health authorities have revealed that at least 1,600 people died of malaria in the country last year, representing 12% of all reported deaths. Last year, the country recorded 6.4 million malaria cases, with 25% being outpatients and 10% admissions. Wes Gausi has filed this report.
Speaking at the International Peer Learning Workshop for Malaria Vaccine Introduction on Monday in Lilongwe, Minister of Health Kumbize Kandodo Chiponda says malaria is one of the major public health problems in Malawi. She says malaria is a leading cause of morbidity and mortality in children under 5 and pregnant women.
When we talk of issues of climate change or impact of climate change on health, some of the issues are the disease burden. The pattern of the disease is also changing. So these are the issues which, as a ministry, but also in collaboration with our partners, especially World Health Organization and also UNICEF, we are working on these issues so that we can come up with mitigating factors in order to protect our people.
World Health Organization country representative Nima Kimambo commended Malawi's effort to combat malaria and praised continued support.
In terms of malaria globally, we have around 290 million cases of malaria, and of those around 608,000 deaths were recorded. This is from the last global malaria report. And the African region, particularly sub-Saharan Africa, carries the highest burden.
UNICEF country representative Shadrack Omo emphasized the importance of the malaria vaccine for children under 5.
Progress is being made, and we have seen that 8 other countries have now come to Malawi to learn from our experience since 2019. So I would say that Malawi is making good progress, is looking at different approaches. In addition to the treatment of malaria for children and the use of the bed nets, we also now have got the use of vaccines to be able to prevent malaria in Malawi.
Since Gavi, the Vaccine Alliance opened a funding window in mid-2022, 23 countries have been approved to receive support for malaria vaccine introduction.
At least 1,000 concerned health workers under the network called Third Arm Health Workers National Initiative are threatening to down tools if the Ministry of Health fails to pay them their top-up allowances within 60 days. They claim the allowances have been accumulating for 16 years. Team leader Balawala Vingula says despite the determination by the Office of the Ombudsman to have them on the list of beneficiaries, nothing was done. Vingula says they'll be forced to down their tools from 1st October this year if authorities ignore their demands. Thomas Kachere caught up with Vingula.
These cadres, our clerks, hospital attendants, and the laundry clerks were withdrawn from the same. And it took the brave of some workers who went to complain against this to the Ombudsman. And in 2006, the determination was made by Ombudsman Chibwana, whereby these health workers were found that they were the right people to get the top-up allowance as doctors, nurses, and the health surveillance assistants do receive. For 16 years now, these people have not been receiving them. There are about 1,000 in total, and the top-up allowances have now accumulated to about 10 billion kwaja. So we say, no, enough is enough. Let the ministry honor its obligation, and they should never be in contempt of the Ombudsman determination, since they didn't appeal for it. By 30th September 2024, these grievances have to be addressed, or else from 1st October countrywide, there shall be no services of hospital attendants, laundry assistants, and ward clerks across Malawi in all government health setups.
Government says it wants local non-government organizations to be capacitated so that they can ably complement its efforts. Minister of Gender, Community Development and Social Affairs, Jean Sendeza, said this in Blantyre on Monday when she launched the NGO fund. Richard Chirombo was there.
Sendeza said part of the funds would be used to build the capacity of non-governmental organizations.
This NGO fund will help to strengthen the local NGOs that have been facing challenges in terms of capacity and in terms of implementing their activities at local level.
On his part, Chief Executive Officer for Non-Governmental Organizations Regulatory Authority, Edward Chileka Banda, said the fund would give non-governmental organizations a starting point in their operations.
No, this is a huge step. It's progress in terms of supporting the NGO sector. The NGO sector has contributed a lot to socio-economic development. NGOs play a critical role in supporting government in addressing community challenges, hunger, promoting human rights, and access to services.
A representative of civil society organizations, Maynard Nyirenda, welcomed the development.
No, for us we're very excited. I think every NGO, more especially the local NGOs, have got all the reason why they should be excited today about the fund.
According to the non-governmental organizations regulatory authority, many organizations in the country are facing financial challenges.
A study has shown that the country's youth involvement in crop farming over the past decades declined from 83% in 2010 to 76% in 2020. Mwapata Institute, in collaboration with the National Youth Council of Malawi, conducted the study. Pempeo Malimba reports.
The study also revealed that youth access to credit and subsidy programs has declined, with access to extension services and credit remains at 32%, while the number of youths benefiting from the Affordable Input Program has declined from 54% in 2010 to 28% in 2020. Speaking when disseminating the findings, Mwapata Institute Executive Director William Jaza said they are engaging various players to ensure effective implementation of the recommendations of the study.
Evidence has been unpacked, provided, so we hope that the National Youth Council of Malawi will take leadership in terms of implementation of these recommendations which have arisen from the study. So that partnership, we believe, provides an opportunity for quick uptake in terms of the recommendations for the study. We have been in discussions with them. They have got a number of ideas in terms of how they want to move forward with the recommendations.
National Youth Council of Malawi Executive Director Lex Chapota said the findings are crucial as they will help to provide a foundation to their programs.
This study will help us also to inform our programs. Currently, we are finalizing our strategic plan as a National Youth Council of Malawi. The findings will already find their space in our plan.
The study was conducted considering the high population of youths who constitute more than 80% of the Malawian population and high levels of youth unemployment, which is one of the major policy challenges Malawi is facing.
State Vice President Michael Usi has spoken tough against political interferences in the operations of the country's public institutions, including the Department of Immigration. He says such tendencies have serious negative implications on service delivery. Kelly Napolo reports.
Usi said this after visiting the Immigration Department offices in Blantyre on Monday. He acknowledged that the department is facing critical challenges requiring the government's intervention. Usi stressed that no political party should interfere in the operations of public institutions, saying this compromises quality of service delivery.
When it comes to issues of promotion or treatment of the people working in the civil service, including the immigration, you should not be informed by political affiliations, whether it be DPP, MCP, UTM, AFODI, whichever party. We are all Malawians. If politicians contaminate professionalism in the immigration department, then we are going to have so many issues that are going to bite Malawians.
In his remarks, Homeland Security Principal Secretary Stephen Kayuni pledged to ensure that the bottlenecks haunting the immigration are addressed in the next 2 months.
We'll bring it up to speed. There are so many processes that are running behind the scenes. There are procurement processes that are at an advanced stage. We are in touch with all the stakeholders, including PPDA, for permanent solution to the passport issues, and that the service too should go all the way to the districts.
Later, Usi also visited the Directorate of Road Traffic and Safety Services, where Madaliso Gunsaro is the Chief Regional Officer.
First, we appreciate the visit by the Honorable Vice President to our institution, where we have highlighted the issues. Some, as he had said, are technical issues. Others are to do with customer care, and also others bordering on issues of corruption. And there have been recommendations that have been made, and he has given us a timeline in which we have to report back to his office.
Hundreds of desperate Malawians have been storming the immigration department looking for passport printing services since some unknown people allegedly hacked the system in March this year.
We'll continue with the bulletins after this short break.
Some of the best start from the streets of Africa. And to be the best, you have to be there when it matters. Play for the fun, play for the thrill, play responsibly. Proudly African, bet with the best, Premier Bet.
Women should be empowered to play their critical role in shaping the future of the country. Director of Women for CCAP Blantyre Synod, Reverend Mary Limula, said this during a fundraising dinner for the 2024 biannual Women's Conference in Blantyre. She therefore stressed the need to capacitate the women across various sectors, including finance. Francis Mzindeko filed a report that has been read in the studios by Thomas Kachere.
The fundraising dinner was organized to support the upcoming 2024 Biannual Women's Conference, which aims to raise at least 30 million kwacha. Reverend Limula said the conference will equip women with practical skills that will enable them to lead development in their communities.
Women are important in church in many ways, because of late women were just deemed as people who could just help in feminine chores, like maybe cooking or whatever, providing food for the church. But now the time has come where women now, we are now out of the cocoon, whereby we know ourselves that we can't just be looked down upon just as it was previously done. This time, women are the ones who are bringing so many impacts in the church, like thinking about those people who are widows, those people who are maybe the children who are orphans, how we can bring them up. That's the responsibility of women in the church. And because of all those things, you see that we have dynamic ministries in CCAP Blantyre Synod that are involving women in so many ways, so that the church is not static to old ways.
Organizing chairperson Deborah Muheka said the conference will bring together women from diverse backgrounds to share experiences, learn from one another, and acquire essential skills.
We were having a fundraising dinner for the purpose of raising some funds for the conference that we have in September. The conference is scheduled to be in September, and it is for the Blantyre Synod. So for the conference, it is for all the women in Blantyre Synod. and all of them are invited to come from 13th to 15th September 2024. And this conference has been given a theme which is called the power of a vicious woman.
The theme of the conference is derived from Proverbs 31, verse 10.
And Reverend Father John Ngoma of Sochi Anglican Church has called on individuals to immerse themselves in the study and application of the Word of God. He says this has the potential to address the prevalent issues such as suicidal thoughts, anxiety, stress, and lack of peace. He was speaking in Blantyre during the awarding of the certificates to 28 Bible scholars upon completing their course under Veritas College. Llewellyn Mpasa has a report read by Thomas Kachere.
Priest in charge for Sochi Anglican, Father John Ngoma, emphasized the transformative power of the Bible, asserting that its teachings hold the key to addressing numerous social and moral issues facing Malawi today.
Sometimes it is like people they know, but sometimes they lack that knowledge. So Veritas has really helped us so that our Christians can have that power and that strength to minister to other people. The Bible gives hope. So those people who know the Bible better, they're able to have this hope. So these Christians now will have hope because they will get life through the Bible. Yes, I'd like to encourage people to read the Bible and also to learn more about the Bible so that they can be encouraged and also they can live peacefully through the Word of God. Yeah, I would encourage some people to join Veritas. Whenever they start another program, they should join because it's very important for the church and also for the community.
One of the graduating students, Dustin Mankhokwe, shared his personal testimony, highlighting the profound impact the training had on his life.
I took this as an opportunity to grow spiritually, because in spiritual life you cannot say I'm enough. So we have to explore more about the life of Jesus Christ, about the spiritual life, about God, so that the knowledge which I've acquired through this class, then that knowledge I should impart it to the youth, the way I lead things. The Bible studies, the preaching, the teaching, to see change.
The graduating ceremony celebrated the achievements of the 28 students who had dedicated themselves to an intensive study of the Bible.
On the business front, NBS Bank has partnered with the Center for Agricultural Transformation, CAT, to improve Malawi's agricultural sector. The bank's head of food and agribusiness, James Chiumia, says through the partnership, the bank will provide farmers with finance, training, and new technologies to transform their farming practices. Chiumia explains to our reporter, Brenda Kayo.
We believe in CAT's vision, which is to transform the agriculture sector in Malawi, and it speaks very well to the 2063 agenda on agriculture commercialization, which is Pillar 1 and productivity. And we as NBS also have a vision to actually transform agriculture in Malawi. That's why we actually have a whole unit, food and agribusiness, to help our farmers to increase productivity, to help our farmers to become more efficient, and also to help our farmers to access technology and innovation that will help them to improve the productivity and efficiency.
CAT Chief Executive Director MacLeod Nkoma emphasized the importance of collaboration in driving agricultural transformation in the country. Nkoma explains.
Our MOU with NBS Bank is that it's a partnership that if we work together, we can actually achieve our objectives to ensure that our Malawian farmers are increasing their productivity. They are also increasing, or rather they are, diversifying into other value chains. And to do that, farmers will always require, financial access. So access to finance will be very crucial. And we think that our colleagues, NBS Bank, can fill that space and provide tailor-made products to our farmers.
As part of the agreement, NBS Bank has invested 100 million kwacha to assist farmers in Malawi. The program is expected to benefit 3,000 farmers. And that's the news. But before we go, the headlines once again. Livingstonia's SAP Synod top brass under pressure for allegedly meeting President Lazarus Chakwera secretly. Vice President Michael Usi tough on political interference in public institutions, including Immigration Department. In other news, malaria killed at least 1,600 people in the country last year alone. You can get more on these and many other stories by visiting www.times.mw, liking and following our Facebook page, Times 360 Malawi, Twitter, Times 360 Malawi, and by subscribing to 1895 by dialing star 1895 hash. My name is Vana Chunga. Good night.